Hello, my name is Megan Jacobs. I'm 18 years old and I'm a senior at Muskogee High School.
Megan did not begin learning about her Cherokee heritage until she was in middle school, but she is glad she did.
I think around at the time when I was in 5th and 6th grade was when I definitely found out. I remember going on trips to like the Cherokee Heritage Museum all the time as a kid, but I didn't really understand it. The Heritage Center, when the schools went, we just went as like a field trip, and then I had a relative feel of like what it was. I knew it was about Native Americans. Like we basket weed, we played stickball. I went to the Camp Cherokee day camp all the time and during the summer. And then I really learned about my culture, and I learned all about the Trail of Tears and where we originated from. I learned about the religion they practiced, all the stories, and it just really amazed me. And I'm just like, wow, and I just look at other cultures, they have this bright, vivid culture about them, and everything is so distinct, and like and learning about my culture made me feel like I was very distinct, and like my people were very distinct.
Her Cherokee lineage comes from both sides of her family, and she loves the fact that she is Cherokee.
It makes me feel proud, because and when we study about Native Americans, we just discover that like their culture fell out, and knowing that my culture that existed ever since like the America started and way before the English came over here, we were very distinct, and we've been here for a very long time. And it makes me feel good that we are still an alive culture, very alive and well, and that our culture is still alive, and there are people representing it greatly.
Megan uses the Cherokee Nation health facilities, but she believes it could be better and has an idea of how to help enhance how patients are taken care of.
I would definitely improve on how fast they would tend to patients, like with booking appointments, and because I notice it's very slow, and that you can have appointments in later in like a year, and I'm just like, that's not very beneficial. We have a really bad health crisis, and like that should be handled with much of a more respect of time than how we're doing it right now.
Now, how would you go about trying to help that change?
I'm not very passionate about medical like my mom is, but I do know about the medical system, and I do love helping people, and I would want to go to the Cherokee Nation board or where the hospital like board is and talk to them about it. Present them with like real life crisis, and like just realize that we need to take care of our people, because we need to take care of each other. That's what culture is about, and how our culture needs to be. We take care of each other, and especially Native American history, they were all about family. It was like, you know, it takes a village to raise a child. That's how most Native American cultures is, including the Cherokee culture. And so if I teach and I address to them to that perspective of how like that culture was, and we can apply it to now, I feel like that would be much better. Like the Trail of Tears, that impacted very many people like health-wise, and so why are we not giving that same amount of energy like we learned from the past, and we apply it to the future to take care of ourselves? Hash marks, like for the points?
Like for the number line here? Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're more than welcome to do that.
Okay, that helps.
But there's plenty of room.
She takes her studies seriously and is taking some advanced placement and honors classes at the high school.
On the first three measures are what we're singing. Don't press, don't push in your chest. Ready and sing.
Megan was drawn to a love of music when she was a young child. She received no formal music training until her freshman year, and she has participated in All-State for 4 years now.
Megan is a very sharp girl. She's one of those that has that nice combination of gifted and a hard worker. She's also very conscientious. In class and with others, she's concerned about others, concerned about their feelings. I've had Megan for 4 years. I got her as a freshman. I selected Megan because of her energy, her enthusiasm, and her excitement. And then when Megan joined the choir as a freshman, she began working really hard on reading music and learning to read music. She's really applied herself and has taken a role as a leader, and then as a junior and senior she's taken the role of soprano section leader. So she's developed from a freshman into a student leader who is ready to graduate and become successful in the world.
Still can tie together, that was good.
Yes.
Can still tie together a little bit better. It's Sandy.
Okay.
And then more here. If you can do it all in one breath.
Presently, music is the primary focus in her life. She takes learning everything she can very seriously at school and through private lessons with one of her favorite Cherokees.
I will say the most closest, and I consider her family, is definitely Mrs. Barbara McAlister, because she's very in tune with the Cherokee culture. She's very involved. And I met her at Cherokee camp because she gave vocal lessons, and so she was very proud to be a Cherokee citizen. I'm just like, wow, this is what an example is to be a Cherokee citizen, and a proud one too. So not family, but I consider her family, my vocal teacher.
Megan Jacobs is an incredible student, and it took a while to turn her around, that she was really committed and concentrated on her singing. She herself will admit to that. And then, lo and behold, this beautiful coloratura soprano voice emerged from Megan Jacobs. She is very hardworking. I think she's straight A student, and great personality. People adore her. It has been and is a delight to work with Megan, and I'm thrilled with her development. She's working on some of the most difficult operatic arias for coloratura voice. I hope that she will find a good scholarship with being straight A student. I think she'll do really well. I'm really proud of Megan.
Megan will definitely be heading on to college, but she is undecided just yet about which one. She does want to make a career in music, either singing professionally or eventually teaching others to love music as she does.
The Cherokee music is very distinct, and like I've been to the functions where they show it with the ceremonies and the powwows. It's very moving, and we should include that more in our education. If I go into the education field, I proposed, like, I would want to propose an idea of including a Cherokee class if I stay in Oklahoma. But like, I think if I go more into vocal performance, I would most definitely want to do like Miss Barbara, perform at Cherokee functions, endorse the Cherokee Nation, and like giving donations to the Cherokee Nation. One thing I want to repay to the Cherokee Nation is go get an education and do what I want to love, and then represent the Cherokee Nation by paying them back, by representing them in a way.